is covered in protective symbols, things like demon traps, to try and protect from evil forces.
The bedrooms had these burn marks on them. It was fighting hellfire with hellfire. Somebody was terrified of something in this room.
You're bleeding!
Oh my god!
I'm in the pitch black.
This is freaking me out.
Crypt, we have a very special video for you tonight because of the investigation we're doing. I think it's going to get really gnarly and intense. This place behind me, please correct me if I'm wrong, is Llancaiach Fawr. And cut me some slack because the name looks like this. I'm doing my best to pronounce it.
We're back in the south of Wales. We love it here, but tonight's investigation is one that's got me a little bit on the edge of my seat.
A lot of folklore surrounding this place. It is covered in protective symbols, things like demon traps and witches' signs. The idea behind these was to try and protect from evil forces, things like witches, demons, bad spirits. And some of them were to keep things inside the house and not necessarily out of the house.
The attic in particular, with the markings warding off or trying to trap in dark spirits, I think is something unique that we haven't really seen before and something that terrifies me a little bit. I actually think I'm going to piss myself if something happens up there tonight. I actually feel like I've already pissed myself because I'm sitting on a wet chair right now. I think what makes the attic more mysterious and more interesting to me is the fact that it was sealed up for a period of time and it's only recently been unsealed. So whatever was trapped in there, does that mean it's now out? Is it loose? Is it wandering in the house? Or is it still bound to the attic? These are all questions I'm curious to find out tonight.
I think the lore and superstition surrounding this place is absolutely fascinating, but from a paranormal perspective, there's many spirits here and so much activity. The stories that I have heard about this place here, oh my god, it's blown my mind already. We haven't even stepped foot inside. I'm doing it. I'm marking this one down as a night to remember already. We haven't even started yet, so stay tuned. Amongst the rolling green hills of the Welsh countryside sits a manor house whose residents were gripped by terror for hundreds of years. Being constructed on top of the site of a former medieval castle in the early 16th century, this sturdy house would come to hold Edward Pritchard and his family throughout the 1600s. The Pritchards were powerful, wealthy people and would become involved in local battles surrounding the Civil War, even hosting King Charles of England within their home in 1645. This involvement would see the house fortified for protection in battle and at times also house many troops. But it seems the house was also destined to be fortified in other, more supernatural ways. Fear of witchcraft, demons, and other mystical beings drove the home's inhabitants to mark the building thousands of times with protective symbols, known as apotropaic marks, more commonly referred to as witch marks. These included 5-pointed stars, candle burns, double V's to symbolize the Virgin of Virgins, Mary, but also intricate demon traps and ritualistic parcels containing the Lord's Prayer found in places such as fireplaces. Typically, these marks were to keep evil from entering the home, but one small attic room, which had been sealed for decades to the public, containing a particularly high concentration of these markings, is thought to have been an attempt to seal evil within. Tonight, we will do our best to uncover the secrets behind these markings and what the manor's residents were so petrified of, as well as attempting to contact the many ghosts that call this place home. From Matty, the housekeeper who is said to have burned to death after a kitchen accident, a looming shadow man who some believe to be Edward Pritchard, a young boy who is a mischief maker, a disgruntled soldier who has a dislike for women, and a poltergeist known to throw objects and even rock a small crib back and forth. So if you're ready to take on Llancaiach Fawr with us, hit like, subscribe, and let's dive into investigating. I am so excited. This place at night, oh my god, it takes on a whole different feel. It's so eerie here.
And you guys just wait until you see what's inside. We just had a tour with Ani, our guide, and he showed us a whole bunch of these like symbols that were like to repel and catch demons and stuff.
And before we even go in, there is what is known as a demon trap. Let me show you. Front door, handle, demon trap. Literally right at the front knocker.
The idea is, you probably know, the demons go in, they have to find a way around the demon mesh, and they can't get out because it's a never-ending kind of loop, so they get caught. That's the idea behind it. There's lots of these in the house. Of course, in Wales, we have problems. There's the demons, there's the witches, and also the TroyZEE. Now, the TroyZEE, that's Welsh for the fairies. North Wales, they call them Bendith Mamai, which is a mother's blessing. But in the south, we call them TroyZEE, the fair folk. And there was a big belief in that kind of creature back then. So anything they could have to keep those out, they would put. And I can show you a few more examples as we go around the house.
Ooh, spooky. Lock us in.
So it's pretty much demons and stuff, right? Oh,
it is pitch black in here right now.
my light just went off and I just hurt myself as I was shutting this door.
How?
I don't know how I did it. This latch just must have, like, when I was trying to close it.
You're bleeding!
Yeah, it caught my finger.
The latch.
That latch just cut my finger. Is that a bad omen?
This house has drawn your blood, right, as we're coming in. I also want to note the demon trap is on there, but every single door in this building has protective symbols on it to ward off demons and evil spirits. And a lot of the latches even have markings on them to further protect the house. Are you, like, possessed or something? Like, I'm not even joking right now.
I don't know, but it really, really hurt. You know what? Where were those protection markings then when I hurt myself on the latch?
I'm just saying, I think the latch thinks that you're demonic. And the places we've been on this trip, I mean, come on. I don't understand how you cut yourself on that though. It's not, there's nothing sharp or anything on it.
I reckon, like, just caught, I don't know what it was, like, just this something caught my finger. I don't know how I did it. I honestly don't, but it really hurts.
Shall we just start then? I'm gonna roll GhostTube. So just walking in, place is actually incredible. And as we mentioned, there's apotropaic marks all throughout the house, essentially there to, again, ward off evil, ward off demons. And they are along a lot of the fireplaces, any windows, doors, fireplaces were entries to houses, so they're all protected here. In fact, a ghost has been seen walking into that fireplace.
And in this is one of the most famous stories of the house. It involves a man called Hamer, and he was staying here with Ed. Now, Ed Williams was the owner of this. The Williams family owned this house and they used to live here back in the 70s, when just before the council bought the house off them. And Jeff Hamer was on a bed just over where the table is over there. And he said that he woke up feeling incredibly cold, but he was aware of a presence, and standing at the foot of the bed was a woman. She's very solid, mop cap on, kind of very starched kind of housekeeper kind of clothes. And as she looked at him, she eventually came back and vanished into the fireplace. Now, during the Williams time, during the 70s, they didn't even know this fireplace was here. This was boarded over. So this is like a living room, if you like. She just went back into the wall, but what she's doing is back into the fireplace. Now, we don't know who that person is. We think it could be Martha. Martha's the housekeeper who was here in the Victorian times, and we know she died from fire burns. She burnt herself very badly in the fire, and then died in her own room about 3 days later.
My bra strap just flicked.
Your bra strap?
Yeah, I was going like this, but it just felt really weird. Like, it literally just flicked. I heard it as well, so.
Twing.
Okay, this is a first for me and a little random, but I did feel and hear my bra strap flick across my back as I was talking here. I can't say for sure it is paranormal, as I was moving around when it occurred, but I can show you the replay to listen to the flick for your own viewing pleasure. Walking into that fireplace. Walking into that fireplace. There is a cheeky spirit here, a little boy that plays with people and, like, unties shoelaces, steals buttons, that kind of thing. But apparitions have been sighted in, like, every room. I have so many ghost stories to tell you here. Maybe these little kids like bored. I'm gonna flick your bra strap.
What the hell is that?
It's a music instrument, like a guitar. You can strum it. Look, strum it.
I won't do it with my bloody hand, hang on.
Oh, yuck.
Ooh, that sounds a lot better than I was expecting.
But there is something sort of dark in here, and that is this fireplace. So there are marks here All these burn marks here were to ward off evil spirits. We also have the V here. We have seen that on my channel before. Derby Jail, we learnt about witch marks there. These are protective symbols, but there's something here that gives me full Ancient Ram Inn vibes. That is something in the fireplace. So I'm just gonna get up in here. There is a nook in here. Oh, it feels so gross.
What the hell is that?
These were found in the fireplace, and they're pretty much little witches' rituals to ward off evil. This is a replica, but the one that was hidden in here in particular had the Lord's Prayer written on it, but it was only a section of the Lord's Prayer. There's others hidden around this house that they don't actually know where they are yet. I'm just gonna put this back for protection.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the demonic protective stuff where it is. I don't want to be messing with that.
We all know what happened at Ancient Ram Inn, right?
Yes, we don't want another zipper incident.
This is it's a very strange room. It reacts strangely to, especially to equipment, modern equipment. A lot of people had problems with recording equipment, cameras and other things in this room. One of the sightings that has been in this room is an old chap. There was a woman here with her daughter, and they were taking pictures of the entire house. And they'd taken some pictures outside, and they came in, they got as far as here, they were setting up. She said, I just want to ask, she said, who's the man with a limp? I said, what man with a limp? She goes, he was grey, very old, and he walked with a step and a drag. That's the way he walked. There really isn't anyone who works here who does that. He said he went down the cellar. She said, so I went down the cellar and I had a look, couldn't find any sign of him. And the daughter was on the window. She said, oh yes, I saw him too. I said hello, but he didn't say anything back. So I said, did you take any pictures? She goes, oh yeah, I got 4 nice pictures of him. And she developed the film herself. I had a look, and the ones outside she'd taken beautifully photographed, lovely positioned. The ones in here were completely white.
And a gentleman that spent time in here had a walnut thrown at him, and they believe that could be the cheeky child spirit. So if there is a kid around tonight, my name's Amy, this is Jared. This goes for any spirit here actually. Her.
Ooh.
Maybe you're referring to me, or maybe there's a lady down here. I know a lady's been seen in the next room over.
Ceremony.
Maybe they're talking about what I was just doing with the fireplace.
If there is someone here that can hear us, can you tell me about my finger? What happened to me?
I'm feeling the vibes. There's someone around.
I keep hearing like clicks and noises behind me. It wasn't like something on this camera, was it?
I don't think so. We're now heading up to explore more of the manor, and there are so many ghosts up here too.
Ooh. This room has a bit of a smell to it, huh?
It does. This is one of the oldest parts of the house, and they know that because of the age of the wood, and you can smell it, that old woody, like delicious old haunted building smell. This room, we're actually told by Arnie, our guide, is not actually one of the most active rooms, but...
Play!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Okay.
I'm getting, like, can I just say, I'm getting kid vibes, brass strap twang, play.
Yeah, no, I definitely am as well. I feel like there's a little someone following us around, a little bit cheeky, which is the story. There's like a little boy, and he does follow people home.
We do have a young lad in his house who plays jokes on people. He runs around the house, and he does tend to play jokes on people. So you never know, you might encounter him. He tugs on your coat, he'll pull your hair. There's one woman who came on the ghost tour, she had a lovely new duffel coat, and by the end of the tour, all the toggles have gone missing.
He especially likes women, so, you know. We got the response, her downstairs as well. Maybe that's me, I'm so flattered. It's funny because, yeah, Arnie said, oh, nothing really happens in here, but this cupboard here has had some pretty extreme paranormal things happen to it. And when he told me about these stories, I was like, okay, nothing much happens in here. So their paranormally quiet room, the freaking closet flies open.
That kind of wardrobe there does have a habit of bursting outwards, not just gradually opening, but bursting outwards. One of our guys was saying he was working with a group of school children. This just went bang, as if somebody inside had kicked it open. There's nothing in it, and then we had Phil and about 30 kids trying to get out for the window.
Through there is some room I don't remember going into.
This room here is the parlour. I think it's very different feeling to where we were in the servants' quarters just downstairs. I mean, if you look at the fireplace, it looks very different, but there's the same markings on this fireplace as the servants were putting sort of downstairs, protective symbols. So the rich were just as scared as the poor were of evil trying to protect this house.
Now this then is the parlour, this is where the family used to come to have private times. Here, if you look here on the top of the fireplace here, you've got some Marian marks. Here you've got a demon mesh, and then another apotropaic mark there. And I think there are some down the side here as well. We know the panelling was put in 1628. Colonel Pritchard did buy this second hand, so maybe those were already on here when he bought it, so it could actually be earlier. But also, over this side, is just here, we got that Marian mark there, so 2 V's together, and there's another one there. So they're actually carved into the stone of the windows, because obviously windows is a way in. And every door in this house has some sort of apotropaic mark on it, especially demons as well. Demons were believed to be able to possess you in your sleep. So a lot of the bedrooms had these burn marks on them. It's fighting hellfire with hellfire. We do get a lot of people, however, sitting in the Great Hall looking in here, see people going back and forth to the window over there. And we had a chap in here, he was the architect who actually designed that new building over there, and he was taking pictures of the house. And he was stood here with the camera, and we said, do you want anybody over the house with you? He said, no. I said, fine, no problem. So he set his camera up and he was taking pictures of the window. And as he was stood here, he said he felt something walk through him. One half of his body went clammy and wet and cold, just as if something had walked through half of him. He came over to the visitor centre, he was ashen, and he needed a cup of tea. When he said, right, I got to go and finish the photographs, will somebody come back with me? So I said, yeah, because...
Can I have a look so I can find him? I know when Arnie was showing us around, he definitely pointed someone this one. There.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me use my good hand.
Ew. You're sick.
Anyway, yeah, there's some markings here. Yeah, this burn here. They used to use candles to burn these marks into the mantles and windows.
They say this mark here probably took hours as well. And that's a sign of wealth because candles cost money. So not all of the candle burns around here are that deep and prominent. This was the original Pritchard family, Edward Pritchard, displayed here as well.
Oh, look, they got a little dog. Reminds me of Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola's our relative's dog.
What's interesting is there's a little baby here in this little crib. There is a haunted crypt. Okay, we had ceremonies, we had a ritual.
Yeah, that is where we've had ceremony and rituals. What's that ticking sound?
Sounds like a cartoon bomb. Gonna blow! Get out!
Get the shit out of me. What's that though? Because there's no clock in here, is there? Hey, listen. Oh, yes, there is.
Lower. Lower.
Lower, yeah, there. Yep. You said lower?
Yeah.
It's interesting because I was saying, where's this clock? And then I was looking for it and couldn't find it. It's like lower.
It's like, it's over here, dummy. Guys, we've got to show you something behind this door.
We have a surprise.
I think that's normal, but that door just swung right around.
I was not expecting that door to be open. Oh, this door here, see this latch here? This has this X on it. It's supposed to protect you. Obviously, it didn't work in my case, but yeah, that's one of them that's got a cross on it. So, what we're going to show you in here is an indoor outhouse.
The privy. But in here, we were made aware of another marking that's really odd, a coffin.
Yeah, coffin, that is it. So someone drew a coffin while they were on the John. Right.
Wonder what they were going through. This next room I do actually find quite fascinating. Also, it's quite large and almost pretty.
Edward.
Edward! Wait, what's his name? Pritchard or Edward?
Edward Pritchard built this place. It's said to haunt here, and he was a justice of the peace, and like there's a symbol on this chair for that. Like this is the Grand Hall. This is where a lot of people think he might hang out.
lots of sightings, lots of people have wandered through. There's one chap who comes in quite often, he's quite often seen. He's comes through that doorway, comes into the middle room and vanishes. But this chap is in Tudor. We've had people seen standing in that doorway there. We've seen lots of people in here. We've even seen an disembodied head just floating there against the wall. There are lots little marks on here, lots of initials on here, so quite a few EPs, quite possibly for Edward Pritchard.
Edward, if that's you, can you make a noise for us? Can you maybe tap on something like this?
I just want to say as well, when Edward came through there, I feel like it was a kid. Like it sounded like a little kid. Like I want to say a little boy, but just I have that in my head though, because there's a little boy here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Edward was a full-grown man, right?
I know, but the voice that presented it was a kid. So maybe we have a little guide through the house. He's following us, telling us who's here. Maybe Edward wouldn't just talk to me.
So that's the Justice of the Peace mark, yeah?
Now I know they have had a few sightings in here. One in the doorway over here. They've also had a floating disembodied head up here behind me as well. And I believe there's a very tall, very large shadow figure seen in here. Some spirits present themselves as white, wearing white, such as Matty. We have some spirits that present themselves in just a black figure, right? A shadow figure, such as what's in this room. So that's kind of curious.
Is that your favourite colour?
Tell me about it.
Well, maybe they're agreeing with you there.
Yeah, okay.
Tell me about it.
I'm just trying to make sense of what you're saying. My name is Amy, this is Jared, and we've come a very long way just to talk to anyone who might be in the house. We're very interested in the markings around this house and the people from the past.
Can I just say one thing that's interesting? When it comes to ghost stories, I feel like whites and greys are always associated with like women, the woman in white, the woman in grey. And then black's always like the male, the dark, shadowy figure in the corner sort of thing. Could it be maybe, like if they are spirits actually manifesting like this, could it be like fashion of the time? Like women would have had like light flowy dresses, right? It would have been in dark suits, armours and stuff.
Well, Edward, at least, I think he used to wear a hat, and like I'm pretty sure there's a replica hat on that windowsill. Maybe you could put that on.
I can't picture him wearing a white hat. Ah, lo and behold, it's black.
G'day, Edward.
How do you feel about me wearing this hat? I know how you feel about it.
I'm sorry. It looks even funnier from the front.
If it is a child, maybe like the hat will stir something up, you know what I mean?
I'm getting cold on my legs. It might just be more drafty in here, but I'm definitely getting cold. Oh, do you really? I'm leaving that in the video.
No, you're not.
People
Cut that
can
out.
shame you.
And halfway through, if I need to go, I need to go.
Take the hat off. Get away from me. Don't bring your stink over here. Just get away from me and go take the hat
It's
off.
not smelly. I'll wear the hat. Keep wearing the hat. I'll keep wearing the hat.
Please, I can't take you seriously. Please take it off.
Oh, let me just wear it.
Okay.
No, fine, I'll take it off. Putting it back.
Play.
Oh, we've got play again.
It sounded...
Play again.
Play.
Twice.
And it was very weird sounding. That didn't sound like no kid.
Yeah.
And where we're going, I don't think there are no kids up there.
You just grab that. Baby.
I mentioned earlier there is a crib. I don't want to say the crib is haunted, but that's in another room that I'll show you. So I wonder if Baby has a tie-in with that. Can you feel the cold coming out of here?
I actually really can. It's freezing.
It's ice. It is ice. This is probably one of the darkest, most scariest places in the house. You better go first.
I don't want to get blood on the thing. Ah, don't step on it.
Jesus.
Oh my god, it is freezing in here.
Oh, it really is. Okay.
Oh, look, Ames, another hat.
That one's dusty. Oh, don't put that on.
Oh my god, these are really steep. Oh, it's even colder up here.
Oh my god, damn. Okay, I'm getting some magnetic fluctuations. So I'm calibrating it. Now we are in. Sad.
Oh,
We are in an attic that's very special.
So this is the steward's chamber. And as you can see, there's quite a lot. So you've got some here, you've got there's there. All around the door frame, if you look, all around the door frame. All up here. In this room is over 130. Now, when Brian Hogarth came here, he's a chap who kind of who knows his stuff when it comes to these kind of marks. He said he's never seen this many in one room before. So somebody was terrified of something in this room. Maybe terrified of something coming in. That's why there's so many around the door. The door is an attraction, so it may be something coming in, or maybe the people in the house didn't want something coming out of here. We're not exactly sure. So lots of people. We did some dowsing up here. We got through to someone who worked here, who during the time of Colonel Pritchard's, during the 17th century, and who was very scared, but he didn't tell us much more than that. There's very little information coming out, apart from somebody who worked here, but was very scared of something.
I'm sorry if you're sad. My name is Amy. I'm here with Jared, and we're very interested in this room here.
Baby.
Baby again.
Sad baby.
It's that second time I've had baby.
It's interesting we're getting them up here, but there's not a lot known about this attic space, so maybe that ties in. What we do know about this attic space was there's marks all over it, more than 130, and you can see them burned into the wood all around the door frame, all around the beams up here. Whoever was up here was freaking petrified of something.
So all of these like burn marks here, right?
Yeah, you can see them all around you. Go away.
Go away.
Yeah, we got go away.
Sad and go away. Like maybe this isn't a good place. Well, you know what? Someone was scared of something, right? Because I've got all these burn marks and all the double V's etch marks.
So I'm going to put this here if you want to keep talking to me. We'll leave in just a moment. Unlike the rest of the house, they theorise maybe all these marks were to keep something bad, something evil in here. The others are to keep, you know, it from coming through the window, coming through the chimney, coming through the front door. This one, because the room was sealed up, they speculate maybe it was to keep something bad, something evil in here. It's rare they let people up here, they do, but it's more rare. Maybe it's like now we're actually up here, it's like, you just shouldn't be here, go away.
Boy toy called Troy used to live in Detroit. Oh.
Pay attention and stop singing Nicki Minaj.
Scratch.
Oh my god! I don't know if this is called a scratch, but could that be related?
We're also just walking out of the attic and there's all those marks in there, obviously scratched into the walls. Or could it be like, go away, something's gonna hurt you in here?
That is interesting.
Well, that is the most protective marks people have seen in a small space, like anywhere in the world. And the fact it was sealed up in addition. That is what is particularly weird about that one. We're now walking up the stairs towards what many people claim is the most haunted room in this house. This is known as the children's room. Through that door there is Mattie's room, the most haunted room.
People have seen that thing rocking on its own. Two different parties have seen that rocking on its own, but again, that's not an original, it's something that we made for the house. Things happen to people when they first start working here, and it was my very first week here when I was out in the garden. We had a big kind of barbecue party for people who just started work, and I looked back up to the house, and in this window, I saw a woman looking out. So I said to her, "Is anybody still in the house?" They said, "No, it's locked up now, nobody in there." She's been seen from out there, and also somebody standing in the other room actually looked in here one day and saw a woman just standing here looking out at the garden. So who she is, we're not exactly sure.
But the responses we've had, namely baby, sad, draws me to this. That little crib there has been seen rocking on its own, rocking violently.
Can I just give a little earthquake test just to see how easy it is to rock?
Outside.
It's outside.
What's outside?
I don't want to speculate and throw things out there, but if there's something to do with a baby and losing a baby here, it's outside.
I just want to give this an earthquake test to see how easy it is to rock. Okay.
Apparently when it rocks, it rock and rolls, though, like it's crazy.
It can't rock any further than that, so that's the most it can rock. Can I just say, I want to tell you a little personal experience I had, and you wouldn't know about it because I didn't tell you about it. I was standing here filming Arnie, who was standing right there in front of me, and Amy, you were standing over there filming him from a different angle. And Arnie was showing a mark on this wall, these 3 marks here. like sign of the Trinity sort of thing, like, you know, 3 protective marks. I was standing here filming Arnie, and in the corner of my eye, I thought I saw something go past this window. Obviously, we're on the 2nd floor, so it'd be floating, but something in this area in my peripheral vision. But that's what I saw in this room.
Very weird. I do know so much activity happens in here.
Oh, watch your head.
And this is what they call Matty's room.
Now, lots of instances in this room. It's, like I say, it's quite possibly the most haunted room in the house. I've been here on a ghost tour when people have been sat around the chairs here, and they all had EMF meters, and so freaky because a woman stand here, her meter went up to red, faded, then the person sitting there, they went up to red, then there. It was like a wave going round the room. Other things have been seen here as well. People have seen candles float in midair. Not candles, but the actual flame of the candle. People have come in here, they felt faint, and some people have burst into tears. This happened to a retired chief of police. He was very, very dour, very strict man. He's been on the force for many years, seen it all, done it all. He was standing here with his wife and suddenly burst into tears. His wife had never seen him cry before, didn't even know he could cry. As soon as he left, he was fine. And it happened to a South African rugby captain. The under-18s, or the under-21 squad came here. And the captain came in with his mates, and he burst into tears in this room. Got a bit of stick from his friends, I can tell you. But as soon as they took him out, he was fine. Now, Matty, we think, died in that corner there. Lots of people come in, they focused on that corner. They say there's something happening in that corner. We had a family came in, and a child was Down syndrome, and he was loving the house. If they spent about 2.5 hours here. When they got home, he wrote a letter and they sent it to us. Now, the child had drawn some pictures. He'd drawn pictures of some of the people working here. He'd drawn pictures of some of the rooms. This room, however, he didn't draw it as somebody just looking at a room would draw it. He drew it from above. He did a plan view. And that bed wasn't there then. The wooden bed was over here. In his plan view, the wooden bed was here. You had the cupboard there. You had the little table over there. And in that corner, where we didn't have anything, he had drawn a Victorian iron bedstead with a woman on it. Big sign saying woman, and she was crying. It said woman in pain, woman's crying. We couldn't understand why that was in this room, but Ed Williams, who used to live here, he said this room, when he lived here, was like a kind of a storeroom. But when the local council bought this house off them in the 70s, they were taking things out of this room, and in that corner they found the remains of an old Victorian iron bedstead. So how he knew that bedstead was there and the woman was on it, we're not exactly sure, but that's what he saw.
People claim that she likely passed away in this corner here, and a lot of activity has been reported specifically in this corner, but people have also cited her.
My name's Jared. Would men have been like allowed in here or in this part of the thing? Part of the house?
I guess namely men, maybe it's not that she targets men, have felt uncomfortable in this room, particularly during the first time that they're entering this room, and it could take time for Matty to warm up to you.
So Matty, my name's Jared. This isn't the first time I've been in the room. I was in here today when Arnie gave us a tour. Are you okay with me being in here?
Matty's story is a sad one. She passed away from burn injuries in a kitchen. That's speculated at least. And Matty, if you are still here, I just want to say sorry. I can't think of anything worse than passing away in that manner. Can you tell me why you're still... Oh, I had a weird thing here just now, and I had it earlier during the tour. I didn't say anything either though. But just standing in here, I felt a little bit, kind of like, you know, when you're dropping, you get that sort of feeling. I'm not dropping, but I'm just getting that little dropping feeling.
Elevator feeling sort of thing, like stomach.
Vertigo, I don't know.
We're going to see a doctor when we get back.
Well, it might be paranormal, I don't know. Just gonna call out, this is my least, or one of my least favorite rooms. This is decked out as an armory, but it's actually a former study. So very like male dominated space. And women, I guess, aren't welcomed in here to the point that at least 2 have been attacked physically.
Bit of a what they call a man's room. You wouldn't have had any women to kind of occupy in this space. It would have been Crypt, it would have been Llancaiach servant. We have seen a man in black standing over there. He has been reported on many occasions, and he's been known to shout at people. When a woman came down, during the day, as she came down, we sat downstairs. She goes, look, she said, I know you're playing part, she said, but I don't appreciate being spoken to in the way that that man did. And we said, what man's that? She said, one in black up in the study. I thought, well, there's nobody on the top floor at the moment. So we came back up with her, and she came across the room. He was here. He turned round, shouted at her, get out, and then he disappeared. A lot of people say that children can see ghosts, and we had a woman here, Sarah Meyers. She got 2 lovely daughters, and Louisa was with her one day, and Louisa was only about 4 or 5 at the time. Between tours, Sarah Meyers brought her daughter up because her daughter came to visit with her dad, and they came into this room. So he came in first, then Louisa came in, followed by Sarah, and Louisa backed out. She stopped, went around the corner and huddled up into a little ball just outside the doorway there. It's the men, she said, is scaring me. Because what men? She said, there's 2 men in there fighting. One had white hair, one had black hair. That's what she described it. And she said one had the other one by the throat, and they were shouting at each other. She was crying. So they took her away. When she came back to the house about a few months later, first thing Louisa did, she came straight to this room, walked in, looked around, she goes, good, they're not here today. One woman actually we were doing a ghost hunt. She was held up against that wall. She was stood here with this chair. The chair wasn't there. She was stood here, and the next thing she went back up against the wall. She could feel a hand on her throat. She was in hysterics. So we took her back over the visitor centre and gave her a glass of mead. We had a woman sitting here who had her scarf pulled on her neck, so it was actually tightening up. She was panicking a bit. She had to take the scarf off. So this room does have, it has quite a few tales attached to it. So this is what some people call them the apostles, but it's just a keg. It's a keg of powder, which would be on the bandoliers here. These were used by the musketeers. So each keg would hold exactly 1 measure of gunpowder, musket powder, for a musket shot. There's the muskets there. Now, every now and again, one of them falls off the bandoliers, and one had actually fallen down the stairs, and it was down the bottom of the stairs there. And Wayne, the caretaker at the time, came in, he saw it down. He goes, that doesn't live down here. He said, that lives up there. But he didn't want to climb up the stairs. He thought, he just threw it. And he was in the house on his own at the time. He was just doing some repair work. And this came over the door, and instead of that noise, which you might have expected, he didn't hear anything. There was silence. And he thought, that's odd. Shouldn't be silent. And as he was thinking that, this then came hurtling back down at him. But they do like throwing things at Wayne, because he was out in the corridor there when somebody started throwing candle stubs at him. So he's had things thrown at. They like throwing things at Wayne. I don't know why. They seem to pick at him. Bless him.
I get the feeling, like there's definitely a vibe in here. I was like, ooh. Like the second I walked in here today on our little tour, I was like, not the energy I like in here.
Maybe it is a girl thing, because I haven't had any vibes in this room at all, other than it's quite cold, like that attic space. I think because we're getting higher in the house. Again, we mentioned
What happened to me?
What happened to me? I'm not sure. If you give me a name, maybe I can find out for you. We're also told a story about objects being thrown in here, namely this is actually for gunpowder. This has been moved around, thrown around in here.
So you guys are a witness. We're going to leave that just here. So if that's moved in the night, then we'll know.
It's now time to head up to our last area of the house, the attic space. I also just want to quickly mention this door here, which actually used to just be the outside of the building and a 3-story drop down to the ground. But it's speculated that a death of a child falling from this area could be the reason for the haunting of the little boy here, who is known to follow people from this venue.
Is that a door or something then?
Yeah.
Door creaking?
That was a loud tap. Just as I was talking about the little boy. To follow people from this. Now we are about to go up to the attic, but just look around because that was weird. Thank you for letting us know that you're still around.
It's cold.
It is freezing, I was just gonna say. But as we were walking up them stairs, I heard banging up here like a door, wooden door, 2 bangs, I think.
Ooh. Was it me coming up the stairs maybe, or?
You heard that? That came from in here.
Maybe, or?
Now this was servant quarters. I believe this was the male side.
Now, first thing you'll notice as soon as you come into this room is the apotropaic mark. There it is. quite ubiquitous by now. However, not many, because, as I say, it's an expensive business. The servants wouldn't have had that many candles to burn. They got this one here. Didn't stop them, put in marks, however. And if we go over here, it's one of the oldest ones we got, and one of the largest ones. So it's got that big Marian mark there. Big 2 V's put together. And for some reason, what looks like a figure of 8, but I'm not sure. The very first time we'd opened these attics up, I was up on attic duty, so I was a guy in the attics, and I was sat in the attics over there. And I just had a group of people through, and they went back down the stairs. And as I was sitting there, I saw 2 people coming into this room. Got up, and I came straight into this room, and there was no one there. You remember the demon mesh I showed you on the front door? It's here again, look. There it is, carved into the wood. So it's a demon trap, not mesh, a demon trap. And also, just over here, there's a 5-pointed star, just there. And we have another one of these, which you can see in the exhibition, which we actually took out of the garden wall when we'd just taken the garden wall down to begin with. And on the back of it is a mason's mark. So we know that was actually commissioned. We didn't record which way up. When the workers found it, they just brought it straight into the house and told Ron what they'd found. And Ron said, oh, great, where was it? He said, oh, in the wall out there. Yeah, whereabouts in the wall? Well, I don't know. Which way was it facing? Don't know. It doesn't really matter, because everybody says, oh, the 5-pointed star, if it's facing one way, it brings in evil, facing the other way, it keeps evil out. In the 17th century, that didn't count, because that only came in, I think, in the Romance period. In this period, a 5-pointed star was just a magical symbol that captured demons.
We're not here to cause any harm. I know the people here, again, superstitious, because we have more of these marks all along here, and a demon trap. So the demon trap was, yeah, just here.
So this is the men's side, but there's also a woman's side, right?
Yep.
Watch your step.
I do know as well, 2 apparitions together have been seen in this space by multiple people.
This room's also got the protective burn marks too. There's one. I'm sure there's more.
It's crazy, this house is covered in these markings everywhere, but they also speculate that there was a lot more because it has lost sort of like drywall over the years, and original beams have been replaced that likely had the same markings, but they're missing now. Having now walked through the house, we decided to focus on the Great Hall, where we'd earlier had some luck with GhostTube responses and felt cold changes around us. We've moved back into the Great Hall, and I want to try another audio-centered experiment, GhostTube Vox. We got the name Edward through, so I feel like there might be someone here who can talk to us.
We've also got an SLS camera running upstairs monitoring the hallway where the little boy's been seen running up and down. And this room is rigged with REM pods, cat balls, even a tripwire down the middle as well.
I just hit roll, but to me, the voice that just came through as soon as I opened the app sounded like her. We did get her downstairs as well through GhostTube. If there is somebody here who would like to talk to me, whether you're Edward or someone else, can you just step forward to any of these lights? Or you could come up to this device in my hands and actually talk to us. Does that contradict?
Yeah, that's what I heard, contradict. I didn't hear what it said before that though.
Can you tell me what year it is? Can you tell me about the large shadow figure that's been seen in here? Also seen standing behind people?
Along with
If you're open to communicating, I would love to know about all of the marks. The demon traps, the witch's marks, the double V's. Can you tell me about that? They did them? Who is they? What are they to protect against? What were you scared of?
Smart.
Smart. I do think it's clever to protect yourself. I'm going to show you guys another, I don't want to say secret area, but it was an area that has been closed off for a long time, similar to this attic over here, and it's just in here. Can you tell me what is through here? That's strange. Okay. This, guys, it is a very tight space. Another little staircase, and this wall beside me is again covered with marks And this was all blocked off as well, similar to the attic over there. But this is the original sort of covering of the walls. Not a lot of this is left in this old manor, but this is still intact and it is covered in those etchers. Can you tell me what's on this wall? What do these signs mean? Is it safe we're in here? What are we in here with?
This is my
Alright, we're switching things up. Watch your step coming out. If someone is in here, can you please come and take a seat at one of the seats here? If you do, you might be able to light up one of the devices and let us know that you're here.
Can you go up to the bright light up the top hallway just above us? Can you walk down there?
If you do, we might be able to see you.
I feel like Edward might be around. Edward, I call on you. Can you come forward and say something to us?
Warning when you...
I feel like that just said warning.
Well, that is the other attic where I felt like we got the warning of go away. And we also had the word scratch come through.
And sad.
Can you tell me what is through this door and up that stairway up there? Just up here.
Nanny.
I heard a little kid say nothing. Okay, if there is a child around, I don't know if you're a little boy, maybe you wanted to play with us earlier. We would love to play.
You know what?
Even though it's...
We'll just mix it up.
That just said hear the noise. Can you make the noise?
We got the word sad upstairs.
I'm so sorry if you're upset or sad. Can we do something for you? What's your sadness?
Can you come take a seat next to us on one of these chairs here?
No, but it's...
To say no, we should stand or something. I feel like it said no, we should stand or something. Let's stand. All right, we're standing now. Is that better?
Can't see how it...
It was like a very drawn in, like, and then I feel like a woman was like, men. Is it the men? I mean, this was the Great Hall back in those times. Men were in charge, but maybe, is it better to talk to this guy? Edward Pritchard.
You putting on an accent?
I don't know. I don't know how to say Pritchard. Edward Pritchard. Can you come talk to us? We're in Wales. I don't know how to do a Wales accent. Do an English accent. What happened in this room? I heard there was important dealings, even an important conversation with King Charles about the Civil War.
Shit myself.
Beg your pardon? That's so...
That was a weird response.
I heard shit myself.
myself.
Ew. Oh my god.
Okay, now it's happening.
Thank you.
What were you scared of? I guess shit myself is a thing you say when you are scared.
It comes...
Who is he? Who or what is he?
It's a lawyer.
Can you tell me what King Charles means in this room?
Let's go.
A sinner. Edward, I know you met with Charles. Can you tell me about the Civil War?
He didn't give up. And
He didn't give up. That was clear as a bell. Could that be related to the Civil War? Is that the darkness of the house? He doesn't give up. He doesn't go away. We need a clear answer, please. Who is he?
let's go.
You good?
Yeah, I've got just a little pinprick of light outside that door.
Pinprick of light.
Yeah.
There is nobody else in this house.
I see camera flare from, because we've got a camera down there, but it's not pointed the right way.
And it's night vision, so we can't see the light with our eyes.
There's a lot of controversy around orbs, guys. People are like, oh, that's just dust on night vision camera. And yes, I agree. But I have seen orbs with my own eyes that are like actual illuminated balls of light or pinpricks of light, and I just seen one through that door. Just gonna walk over and have a look. Is there somebody out here? Can you tell me what I just saw out here?
Everything.
It just said everything.
I just seen everything.
Yeah, you said, what did I say? It said everything.
What does that even mean?
What does that mean?
Here we decided to move our investigation upstairs into one of the most paranormally active rooms, the bedroom where the spirit of Maddie is said to have passed away within. Here we performed an Estes with Jared wearing noise-cancelling headphones and repeating anything he heard come from a spirit box, while I asked questions he couldn't hear. To further assist this experiment, he'd also wear GhostTube Lens to digitally scry visual white noise, helping him in reaching a trance-like state. Ready.
I'm under.
Okay, Jared smells like a dirty butthole. Okay, you can't hear me. Okay.
Move it.
What would you like me to move? Oh, actually, that's funny.
It harms me.
I'm sorry, the last thing that we want to do is harm you. I've heard that they don't like disorder and don't like things being moved around in here. We did move a chair. I learned that from Sam and Colby's video here. Matty, I'm calling out to you. My name is Amy, and this man here, his name is Jared. And we've travelled a long way to visit you and to talk to you.
Who's with them? You're in here, you'll have to look.
Okay, is there somebody else besides Jared and I? That is weird. It's like they were talking to somebody else with us. Can you tell me who's with us?
Good luck.
Are we not going to know who's with us?
Go in there. Hello.
Would you like me to go somewhere else? Can you tell me where?
Yeah. Or you are.
Is there somewhere you want me?
Execute.
Something bad happened to someone you know or someone here? Thank you if you're going up to these lights down here. We appreciate that. If you go up to the red ones, it'll make noise, but please don't be startled. That just shows you're here. You might have already gone up to this one.
2.
Oh, there's 2 of us. How many of you are there?
Her.
I keep saying her. Is her Matty?
Found the body. Ah, they were buried. You look.
That reminds me of like the baby. I don't know if any bodies have been discovered on the property or here. Whose body is it?
That kid. Only him, only him.
Is it the little boy that's still here? Or is it a baby? Is it something else?
Feeling steps around me.
There's someone around. Jared can go to the lights. Up close to the lights.
He's in there. This is freaking me out.
Oh my god. He's in the room with us?
I'm feeling the chair shaking.
Is this the little boy?
And I've got goosebumps.
I've got goosebumps too.
Ask me this question about...
What do you want me to ask you about?
2.
What does 2 mean? Oh, I've got all chills down the side of me. It's like...
Here.
Thank you for coming and talking to us. Is this a little boy? Is this a lady? Tell him whatever you want us to know.
Somebody here. 2.
It's like there's 2 here. Is it Matty and the little boy?
Mother. Boys. I heard in that voice we had on Ghost, like, boys, boys.
So there's a mother to a boy. Is there a mother and a boy? Oh my god, I'm so cold. Like, it's not cold, it's like those goose pimply...
Leave.
Did they leave? You want us to leave? Can you go up and touch this man?
Oh, I'm feeling the chair vibrate again.
Not the chair, can you actually just touch him on his hand?
Who are you?
So I'm Amy and this is Jared, and we travel the world to talk to people like you.
I saw them. Him.
I would love to, no one knows.
Breast. Inappropriate.
I would love to ask you about the symbols that have been etched onto the doors, the windows, the fireplaces of this house.
They were killing.
What were they killing? What were they... There was a loud crack from Jared just now. Killing, what were they? Killing, what were they? Killing, what were they?
I also feel like I'm twitching
Yeah, I heard him.
out of the chair a little bit, ever so slightly, every like 10-15 seconds.
I heard the chair crack like twice.
Nah, it's him. Get out now.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'll leave. I'll go stand by this door. Is that what you want?
Here.
Just here, is that okay?
Sick.
Sick.
Who's sick? Children.
The children got sick. Can I ask you about the marks in the house? They were to keep away demons?
Here.
Oh my god.
Of
Okay.
course. Leave here. Leave.
As soon as I mentioned demons, that all lit up, and he confirmed it was to keep away demons. Do you think that we're bad?
Here. He needs to leave, it said.
Jared needs to leave, this man?
The door colour.
What does the door colour mean? I'm standing in the door right now. Would you like me to get Jared to leave?
Please make him leave.
If it's Jared you want to leave, let me know.
Oh, I feel something. I just felt something touch me down here.
Thank you. Is that your confirmation you want him out?
I'm hearing like kids playing, but I couldn't make out what they were saying.
I'm going to pull him out.
It did seem as though the spirits may want Jared outside of the room, so I decided to pull him out and switch positions to continue this experiment.
Alright, so I've left the room now. You were asking me to leave the room. Why is that? Why did I have to leave the room?
Kids.
Kids, yep.
Boy.
Yep. Where's the kids? Where's the boy?
Why?
Because I felt something touch me before and I just want to know if there are children here. If there is, can you walk into the circle for me? Can you do that?
Naughty.
Are the children misbehaving?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. What are the children doing? Why are they misbehaving? Is Matty here?
A lot.
She's here a lot? What is Matty doing here? Is Matty here right now? I just heard voices down there. Did I just hear somebody?
We're right here.
Oh, shit. Who's right here? Is that Matty?
There's one behind you.
Who's behind me?
2.
I've got goosebumps.
You go back. Here. It's here.
Which way? Down the hall? Is this how creepy my session was, guys? Because this is creeping me out.
On the stairs.
I'm gonna go look at the stairs. Is that okay?
I feel the chair moving too.
Amy just said she felt the chair moving. I'm not even in the room and I'm not even walking around. I'm about to walk to the stairs. So that is weird. Right, I'm heading to the stairs because that's where you told me to go.
Away.
Yeah, I'm going down there. What's down here?
Providence.
Guys, I'm at the stairs. Nothing's there. Do you want me to come back?
Oh, something's touching me. Something's touching me. Just here. Something's touching me.
Who was touching Amy? Is it the same person that was touching me?
You'll never know me.
Why? Can you not just tell me your name? Why can't I know about you?
We'll teach you.
Can you tell me about the kids' room? I'm walking into the kids' room.
Now.
Yeah, I'm going in there right now. Can you tell me about this room?
Her.
She's in here? I just heard that. I just heard her. Is that her? I heard a loud tap.
Hurts. Hurts.
Can you tell me what hurts?
Raw chicken.
Raw chicken.
The bed.
The bed. What about the bed? What's on the bed? I'm going to go sit on the bed. Is that okay? Okay. Right, I'm sitting on the bed.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I'm just here to talk. Am I welcomed here? Am I allowed to be here? If you want me off the bed, you need to just light up one of these lights for me. I just got ear ringing in my left ear, by the way.
Would have fled. Or bled, maybe.
Bled. What would have bled? Why? Ooh, maybe it's talking about my finger. Can you tell me about my finger? Was that just an accident? Or was this house trying to send me a message?
Oh, I feel something touching me here all the time.
That's exactly what I felt. Something was touching my leg. Can you tell me who's been touching us in this room? If it's Maddie, can you light up one of them?
Kids.
Kids again.
Her legs.
I'm hearing noises behind Amy, like a tapping or a thudding noise. I'm not sure if any of the other cameras would have got that, but she's got mics pointed right at her. If it's the kids, can you tap twice for me like this?
Are you kidding me?
I just heard the two knocks then.
Here, we decided to wrap up this session and debrief one another on what had just happened, before rounding out our paranormal investigation by spending time alone within the attic and study where paranormal activity has been reported.
Alright guys, so we've got Amy in the attic that's got all the demon warding off symbols and stuff. How you feeling, Ames?
Bit nervous.
I'm going to leave Amy in the attic here. She's going to have noise amplifying headphones on, so she's going to be able to hear everything. And she's also going to be wearing GhostTube Lens and scrying some white noise and watching GhostTube C to see if we get any images. I'm going to go walk around, guys, with an SLS using the LiDAR infrared grid and see if I can find anything around the house. Good luck!
Are you leaving?
Yep.
Oh my god, I can hear his footsteps going.
Alright guys, it is time to roll out the GhostTube SLS. Alright guys, here we go. So I've got the LiDAR going so you can see all the chairs in the Great Hall. Let's head upstairs.
I don't know if you were giving me a sign earlier, like a warning about whatever's in here. Can you show me what's in here though?
Whilst we're setting up for this bit, we're in the Great Hall with all of our stuff, and we actually heard, not recorded on camera of course, a big bang come from one of the rooms down there. I do just want to return upstairs though, because that's just where we did our Estes session. And I already felt like we were dealing with some kids, so if there are any children around, I want to play a game of hide and seek. I might be able to see if you come out into this hallway.
If there is still somebody up here, is there something that you can show me? Show me about this attic, this house, this room, these markings. If you use your energy and come up close to me here, maybe you can describe that and show that to me.
Alright guys, I've just entered the study. I'm not getting any figures, but you can see how the LiDAR's working. So LiDAR emits an infrared grid of light to detect depth. Oh, I did just get a figure. Oh my god, I just got a figure sitting on this bench here. You know what's really weird, guys? This bench, this is where when we're doing our walkthrough, we showed you that these things move. If someone's here, can you move that plug there?
I am frozen solid right now, guys. It has gotten so cold in here. I feel like I just had a thud, a wooden doof.
Alright, I'm leaving this room. I'm heading down the hallway to the kids' room now, because I felt like we had kids interacting with us before. Can you confirm if that's the case? I'm just looking at that little crib, the kids' room.
Oh, thank you for sharing this with me. I'm seeing, I want to say a young boy playing like a violin type instrument, but he's also got like a line splitting through his face. So you like music, maybe? If you can create some music for me, I should be able to hear you. I would love to hear your music.
So while we're doing the Estes method, I heard a crack in the kids' room when I came in here, right over by that rocking horse there. I'm not getting anything though. Can you move that crib for us? I would my pants if that started rocking.
Did you used to work here? I'd love to know a bit about you. Oh my god. Okay. I'm seeing a woman, and I would say she's an old period dress. She is holding a baby. This has been a theme of tonight, and I don't know, did something happen to you and your baby? The baby's eyes look freaky on this. Like they just keep pulsing black. Okay. Thank you so much for showing me that.
Oh, I didn't even notice this today. In the kids' room, there's another potty here. So they would have just shut down there. Oh. Righto. Are there any kids in this room with me right now? Can I just see what this crib looks like rocking on the LiDAR camera? Yeah, it looks creepy.
Someone was very scared in here. We know that from all of these markings, more than 130 in here, though there may be more because I know beams have been taken out of this ceiling and replaced. Tagging voice, not sure if it's Jared. I thought I heard someone yelling though. Tagging a loud boom.
Okay, I'm just walking towards Maddie's room. Are you still in here, Maddie? Or the kids? If so, can you come out for me so I can see where you are? So this room 3 here is a room where they've reported activity of the little boy. Can you show yourself to me? All you need to do is stand in front of me. Guys, do I dare venture up? This attic is a different one to the one Amy's in. This is in a different part of the house. There were some demon warding marks up here as well. Not as many in the room that Amy's in though, so whatever in there was really f***ed up. I think people have seen figures up here. Is there someone up here with me?
All these marks on the wood from candles. I'm curious about them. Curious why they're all over the house, but so concentrated in this one space. Ooh, it's colder up here than the rest of the house, guys, but it is getting really cold.
It's up here, guys, is the mark. Right there. Don't know how good it'll look on camera. Whoever drew this mark, are you still here now? Alright guys, I'm back on the second floor where the kids have been seen running up and down the hall. I feel like the only figure I got was in the study. Maybe I should go back in there.
I'm here to just gain answers about this room. I just want to understand the people who were in this house in the past. Oh. Okay, this is kind of interesting. I feel like I am in a cage. Like there's metal bars all around. Was this some kind of cage for something? Which is funny because this room was sealed up, and was it to contain something? Okay, if I'm sitting in a cage for something, I want to know what this was caging.
I've sort of mixed things up because I saw a figure in here. I'm not sure it's 100% paranormal or not. And you know what we say, when you get evidence on more than one device, it's always more compelling. So I've set up in here, I've got a third angle. I've got this camera right here. I've set up 3 cat balls where things have supposedly moved. And I was thinking of just running GhostTube Original to see if we can get any words come through. I thought I saw something in this room before and other people have reported seeing things in here too. Can you tell me who or what that is, please?
I hear you.
You hear me? Okay, thank you. I think Amy said this is the male room too, so males are welcome here.
Leave me alone.
Or maybe not. I'm happy to leave you alone, but I just want to know why you're in here, and I've heard you've been quite mean.
Thank you.
That's okay, I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to hear you out. I've heard you've been quite mean to people, and you just told me to leave and leave you alone. Can you tell me why?
Tagging, I thought I heard a whistle. Is there someone in here? Who's in here? Okay, I'm in a dark room. There's a window. It looks very much like this building, and there's something in the corner staring back at me. I don't want to say it looks like a oh my god. It looks like a creature, like a little creature hiding behind something, peering out at me. Oh my god. Fuck. I'm in the pitch black, okay. That looks like a little creature in a room just like this. I don't know, man.
We continued investigating into the wee hours but captured nothing else worth sharing, but it was this final image that left me chilled, as it felt as though I wasn't alone in that attic. Could my perception of this face peering back at me be explained by pareidolia, or was I truly not alone? This had been one of our most fascinating places to investigate, just from a historical perspective, with that many apotropaic marks inspiring curiosity, but also the responses we received, indicating much sadness could have occurred here over the loss of young children. We'd later learn that Edward Pritchard did die without a male heir, losing 2 young sons before they reached adulthood. Could this still be related to our responses throughout the night? We really hope that you enjoyed this video, so if you did, check out our bonus content on Patreon and YouTube memberships, and remember to like, comment, share, and check you're subscribed with all notifications turned on, because videos will resume in the new year with some epic locations from historic Gettysburg to very dark places of imprisonment in Canada, and even ancient castles. You won't want to miss the next paranormal investigation on AmysCrypt.